It's already messing up. So give me 1 second, guys. So yeah, okay. So hopefully we will be okay. So I'm gonna give it a few minutes for everyone to get on before I go into my whole spiel about how everything works, what we're doing here, going to the collective message. I am going to share to my Facebook real quick while we're waiting on people to join in. So if you are new or Vibe Tribe, you know I love you. So make sure that y'all comment. Let me know who you are, where you're from. I see there's a few people in the chat. And don't be shy. Hey, Christina G. How you doing, honey? So glad to have y'all here. Can we just talk about all the transformation going on though? Like major activations, a lot more clarity coming into view. And I feel like a lot of and just let me clarify. I feel like we're all, kind of doing the whole wave thing. Like you might notice some of your friends are here while you're here, and then you might be high on life and they're going through the depths. And I've taken this into consideration because I've noticed, especially within my soul tribe, that, there are specific groups of us that tend to go through some of the shadow work at the same time, where a lot of others are, kind of really reaping the rewards for their hard work. And then we kind of, balance each other out, but we're always there. There's always someone to hold space for us. And I find that very interesting. But with the June readings, guys, like major transformation, huge heart chakra activations, a lot of solar plexus activity. So it's pretty wild what's going on out there right now. But we will get into that in just a second. Let me focus. ADD. I'm all over the place. All right. So share that. All right. What up, Cynthia? Melanin, hi. Hi, Alpha. Hey, Robert. Nice to see everyone. So I'm seeing a few faces. Hey, Brooke. Really? No notification? Okay, then. I'm having some internet issues, so, it is what it is. Hey, Danny. Regardless, I am going out of town tomorrow, so I'll be gone for 5 days. Going to Charleston to visit some people. Hey, Kara. Yeah, I mean, so a lot of people aren't getting notification. It might be a slow night, but whatevs. We're going to hang out. We're going to get some messages going. We're just going to have a good time in general. So for those that do not know, what are we doing here? We gather every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Whispers of Grace to come together, share some love, share some energy, get some messages going. Now, if you want a personal message, we do the $20 VIP or free one card pull. Now, how that works, there is a PayPal link down below in the description box, and I'm sure that my moderators will be posting in the comments as well. The $20 does guarantee that I do a full mini spread for you. Now, is it really a mini? No, because I go in depth. Whatever question you have, I will give you as much information I can with the allotted, amount of time. I try to give it a couple minutes, but sometimes I go over because I'm nosy and I have a lot of questions. So, but with that being said, you will definitely get your money's worth. And by you donating, you help support me and the growth of my channel. And I appreciate all of you. It is an beautiful energy exchange. So once I receive your donation, then your name will go on the list. I will go down the list accordingly. And once we get done with the VIP, then whoever I am drawn to at the end that is still hanging around, I will pull a free one card for you for whatever question you have. So yeah, I have actually heard over time that if sometimes, like when YouTube does its updates and stuff, it'll knock the notification down to, like once in a while. So you have to actually go back and re-click the all notification in order to receive every notification for the channel. But yeah, so make sure you check that. If not, it might just be, listen, everyone and their mama is on the internet or probably on YouTube. So I'm not even going to be hating on it because everyone's just trying to, do their thing while everyone's in quarantine. But with that being said, and Colby, actually, we didn't get to his reading last week, so I bumped him over to this week. I have not seen him in the chat yet, but he is on the list. As far as that, I do not have anyone else on the list tonight. So if you want to get on the $20 VIP, then please make sure you go to the PayPal link down below and I will get you on that list. So let's do opening prayer. We will do collective message and then we will get into the VIP. I don't know if Colby has anything in particular that he wanted to talk about. Hey, Thomas, how are you? I am doing well. So, all right, guys, y'all ready? Let's take a nice big deep breath together. So breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Dear Great Spirit, angels, archangels, ascended masters, ancestors, spirit guides, my higher self, and all of my divine beings, I call upon you now. I ask that you clear my energy, my mind, body, soul, and space of any energy that does not belong to me or is not for my highest good, allowing me to tap into the beautiful collective souls that are joined here tonight, allowing me to be a clear vessel, channel, and voice for your divine grace, absorbing your light and your wisdom so that your messages flow naturally through me. Allow me to see with all-knowing eyes, to hear without distraction, and communicate your messages as you wish them to be perceived. Love and light, come to me. I ask that anyone who needs our guidance tonight to be led or drawn to this channel and allow them to receive the energetic support from everyone who gathers here. I ask that they receive your messages and act upon them accordingly for their highest good. I ask that you shine your divine rainbow warrior light around me and all my viewers to create a sacred space for us to receive your messages tonight. I thank you for all of your love, your blessings, your guidance, your encouragement, your support, and all the blessings that you have given us and those that have yet to come. Thank you for bringing us together tonight. Thank you for allowing us to bask in this beautiful energy that is pouring through the heart chakras and all the activations that are coming up for us lately. Thank you for believing in us even when we do not believe in ourselves. Thank you for pushing us past our comfort zones and breaking past those barriers that keep that baggage and that weight of our past down on our shoulders and breaking free of all expectations and limitations that we have placed upon ourselves, allowing our souls to be set free and going towards our divine mission and purpose to help elevate the energy in this world. And because of you and creating that space for us, we are allowed to do that. And I am grateful for you. All right. So, hi, Jalessa. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Son. Hey, Georgia. What up? Alexis. What up, everybody? So, let's get this started. All right. I am definitely feeling the energy, feeling love. Let's get on this collective message. If y'all want to get on that VIP list, donation link is down below. And after I get done with the collective message, then I will I will check the PayPal and update the list accordingly. So let's see what's going on. What is the collective working with, Spirit? So pay yourself first. Make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you are paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and your future. Okay. So this is about knowing what. Okay. So this is about knowing what it is that you are asking for. And also knowing, because like we have abundance mindset coming up. If you feel any lack, any reservation, any like overextension of your energy, and you are not like giving yourself enough, then it is time to start giving back to yourself. Okay. Especially if you are like a giver. A lot of us givers are over givers. We will give our last dime to someone in need. But with that being said, when we have blessings come to our doors, are we open to receiving? And that is receiving from ourselves, right? So whether it is taking time to reset, going and doing a hobby, if it's meditating, doing yoga, dancing, singing, painting, whatever it is that you need to do to pay yourself first, you need to do it. Okay, because this is going to help you get into that mode of gratitude for what you have and the things that you can create in your life that bring joy to you. So whether this is, a goal for your future, say you have long-term goals that, you might not have a lot right now, which a lot of us have been struggling with everything going on. But this is about going into your future with the awareness and the mindset that if I want to secure my future, then I have to make sure that I am putting in the necessary investments in myself, my present, and my future from here on out, and being more conscious of what we are spending, what we are giving, and are we creating a balanced, harmonious energy exchange? Because that's what money is. It's an energy exchange. And so it's really about following the mindset and the belief system and the actions that feel like abundance to you. Doesn't it make you feel good when you put that money aside and you see your savings going up and up and up? Does it make you feel good when you take that time to finally put some energy into your creative passion and someone sees it and like, hey, how much are you charging for that? That would look great in my house. Or, whatever the case may be. Whatever abundance and joy looks like to you, that's what they want you to be paying attention to right now. So, if you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then you will always be one day away from it. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. They are talking about the attitude of gratitude. So take inventory of what you are grateful for right now. Like there's a lot of chaos going on in the world, but there's still so much that we can truly be grateful for and excited about in our daily existence when we are taking the time to love on ourselves. Because we are deserving of this abundance. We deserve happiness. Happiness is our birthright. So make sure that what you are speaking of when it comes to your reality, is it of love and abundance, or is it complaining? Is it nagging? Is it in lack? Right? If you're depressed and you're looking around at everything like everything sucks, that's all you're going to see. Shift the mentality to what you are grateful for. Spend more time like honing in on that gratitude, and know that you deserve for things to be balanced and prosperous in your life. Okay? So, let's pull one of these. So bring it into form, and inner trust is on the bottom. So you really need to trust your instincts, the inner promptings, the things that are following in your lap, the things you were being guided to. Really pay attention to, like, if something keeps coming up for you and you're like, oh, that would be a great idea, or that sounds like a lot of fun, or whatever the case may be, but then you talk yourself out of it. You need to trust that spark. Don't trust the fear, trust the spark. The fear is there to keep us alive. Okay? If it is basic human instinct that says, hey, if I touch the hot burner, I'm going to get burned, that's a safety mechanism. But when we allow our mind to say, you're going to fail, it's too hard, you don't have the resources, whatever the case may be, that is your ego and your limiting belief patterns holding you back. Okay? So let's see what bring it into form has to say. Okay. So, beautiful dreamer, you can imagine wonderful worlds of light. You can dream up so many possibilities. Now it is time to bring those possibilities of light into the world. They need to be more than ideas. They need to live, to manifest. The world needs not only your dreams, beautiful as they are, but also your creations. Get thee to thy desk, thy easel, thy computer. Work, beautiful dreamer. Don't just dream, create. You are being asked to honor yourself with a commitment to complete your inspired task. This will help you to grow, and this is a wonderful reason to commit. But there is another reason too. You know that your inspired ideas are worth translating into practical form so that other people can access them and experience something special too. If you have been thinking about writing a book, painting a picture, or acting on an inspiration or idea, then this oracle is bringing you an unequivocal yes. Do it now. Don't dally or dither about the details or worry about how it is all going to work out. The universe loves a bold spirit. Once you take a step, it will rush towards you like an enthusiastic and chivalrous lover, opening doors, hand gently guiding at your lower back. As you are moved forward, you will promptly be provided with all that is needed to take the next step. There is a sacrifice inherent in translating the perfection of an idea into limited physical form. Although something may be lost when turning into a multi-dimensional concept of endless potential into something concrete, this oracle guides you to realize that there is much more to be gained. You must become free of this inspiration so that you can receive your next inspiration. It is already waiting for you, so on you must go. This oracle also confirms that the information you need to translate your ideas into form will be provided according to the higher wisdom of life. It may or may not happen by traditional routes. Even if it seems unimaginable, when it is time for something to be born into form, nothing can stop it. It will happen. If you have also been drawn to the sacred Fool. So, yeah, I hope that makes some sense to y'all, because that's definitely what we were getting with the collective message. But let's see if the Halloween Oracle has anything to say. Hi, Magic Intuition. Welcome, everybody. Thank you, Robert. Yes, do it, Thomas. Do it. That's so awesome. You're so welcome. So we have sweetness and synergy. Looks like something's been baking. Something is ready to be taken out the oven, I'm hearing, okay? This is something you have been working on, manifesting, creating. We have the cauldron. There's a lot about synergy here. Hold on. Hold on. So synergy is the interaction or cooperation of two or more organizations, substances, or other agents to produce a combined effect greater than the sum of their separate effects. So it's putting either your thought and action and inspiration together to create something into form. This could be taking to different aspects of your love for something and what you've always done with your career, putting that into something new. But it's about creation. It's about bringing two elements together to create something new. And this is bringing a lot of healing and sweetness into your life. There's also, with the illumination card being here, this is telling me that things are becoming clearer about what steps or ingredients you need in order to make this work. So if you're not sure how to make it work, ask for guidance, ask for clear direction. Okay. And sometimes you got to take a risk to get a reward. Okay. So, yeah, I feel like there's certain things, especially for some of you, that maybe this is something you wanted to do a long time ago and, just kind of put it back on the back burner. Like, you know how some people, like singers, there's so many singers that go on these, America's Got Talent and American Idol and whatever. And they're like, oh, I always wanted to be a rock star, or I wanted to be a famous singer, but then I had kids, or I had to work, or my parents got sick, and all these things happened that deterred me from my dream, and now I'm finally getting to go after that dream. That's what it feels like, right? Like something deterred me from my goal, and now I'm moving back into that, but with more tools, more education, more experience. So you have a lot more in your energetic tool belt to help guide you into this new energy, right? So, whew, all right, guys. Goodness gracious. So that is what I have for the collective message, and I would just really take however that guidance it fits for you, no matter what it is. And this is really a time of creation for us. This is a time for us, whether that is, changing something about ourselves or our beliefs or the way that we, move forward, whether that's, going after a thing that we've been wanting to do for so long, but we keep putting it off, whatever the case may be. But this is a time for you to create. This is a time to put yourself first and allow whatever needs to come through, because it obviously wants to come through. Okay. So let me check PayPal real quick. All right. So we have Rebecca and Cynthia. All right. So Rebecca, I have not seen Colby in here, so we're just gonna go to Rebecca and we'll start there. Maybe he'll hop in. If not, I will but yeah, I'll try to get to his. I let him go. Did I make the right decision? You know what? Dang it, I think I already packed that. Um, okay. This is the thing about yes or no questions, gal. Tarot does not do yes or no. So, all right. Why don't we do this? Because I don't think it's necessarily did I make the right decision, because obviously by letting go you felt that that's what was necessary for you at that moment, correct? So you know, it's not right or wrong, it was just what was right for you in that moment. But let's figure out what is going to happen now that you have let go. Okay, let's do that, because that's more of a tarot question. What is going to happen now that Rebecca has let go? So we have honeymoon. It is safe for you to love. So, I feel I feel like you needed this release. Okay. Because the energy and space, that the connection, and I almost feel like you were almost holding on too tightly, because like you could feel it falling apart, like you could feel this resistance, and the more that you clung to it, the worse feeling it got, until you just kind of let go. But the time and the energy that your heart was like fully invested in this, and creating more resistance, it was shutting down your heart space. It was making it more it was like needing to pull back in. That's the feeling, like you were giving too much and not enough to self. So now that you have let go, and that could be parts of the codependency from past, things, that it's just another layer of realizing where we don't quite balance out the personal relationship with external relationships. And so this is not only going to be a huge relief on you. Okay, like I think it might take some time to process, but overall, I feel a weight has lifted. Now, with the honeymoon card, this is about enjoying your fucking life. Okay, Rebecca? Whatever that is for you, go have fun, go visit your friends, get out, do what you can at this time. I know that the world's crazy right now, but just have fun, enjoy your life. That's all they want. Like, focus on what you need to focus on. But this is also about getting to the realization that that joy that you feel when you're living your life, it's coming through your heart space, and that opens back up everything that has been undone through the connection of this relationship. So they're wanting you to clear your energy. Okay, you got to clear your energy of this relationship, because I almost feel the feeling that I'm getting from it is like exhausted. It's just exhausted. Um, I don't know why desperate is on the tip of my tongue, so I don't know if that it feels more on like his side, but it doesn't feel it's a weird sensation. The desperation that I feel is more of the like, please don't do this, please don't leave me, but it's because he's dependent on you in whatever way, if it's your energy or, your resources, whatever. Like, he doesn't want to lose this connection, but he's too dependent on it. So maybe there's some enabling there, and like he needs to learn to stand on his own 2 feet. Okay. So clearly decide what you want now so it comes to you now. Okay. But more than anything, always love yourself first. Okay. This is about having self-respect and boundaries, and clearing the slate so that you can restore your energy levels. All right. So what's the big reminder that Rebecca needs? So ask for your needs to be met and successful funding. We also have moonlighting and gratitude lists. So, maybe there's something within your career or your spiritual practice that needs the attention more than the relationship does, right? And maybe you need to ask your spirit team to help you restore your energy levels, to bring back that ignition for your creative pursuits, and understand that like whatever you ask for, they're going to provide. So once you focus on what your priorities have, because I feel like spirit's been asking you, like, please pay attention to this area of your life, or please pay attention to this project. Like, we keep bringing it up, but you're just distracted by what's going on in the relationship, and now your heart's being affected, so your heart's not in this anymore. We need you to get back to this. And so once you bring your focus back to that, ask for what you need in order to successfully move forward, and they will provide for you. Okay. So you could be either taking on, multiple jobs or multiple partnerships, that kind of thing, in order to get something off the ground. But one of the biggest things that they want you to remember is to keep that gratitude list. And when you're talking about that in the collective message, attitude of gratitude goes a long way. So when it comes to these opportunities that come up for you to help support this transition, say thank you for every single ounce of it. Make sure that when you wake up, thank you, Lord. When you're going to bed, thank you, Lord. Thank you for bringing this opportunity. Thank you for allowing me to see this. Thank you for giving me the courage to take that step today. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to receive. Like, all of these things need to be spoken up about. It's enough. Like, we give a lot, we receive a lot, but do we say thank you with gratitude? Do we give spirit the credit that they deserve when it comes to providing us with what we need? We're so quick to say, hey, y'all, this is some fucked up shit down here. Can you help me out? But yet when they give it to us, are we conscious enough the moment that it comes in to say, Lord, I see your blessing, and I thank you for hearing my prayer. Thank you for providing for me. Okay? That is the gratitude they are looking for. Okay? So, ooh. Okay. Ooh. So let's get, I want to get one of these for you. Yeah, going beyond the normal. So 14, 5. So lots of change coming, girlfriend. Okay. So on the path of life, there are deciding moments where we can choose to go with the mainstream, or we can dare to take a bolder, more authentic and trusting way. Even if it seems riskier or less safe, to rely solely on logic and science without incorporating the mysterious and magical is a recipe for an existence that is far too dry. The sacred rebel within our hearts will always choose a juicier approach to life. You are currently approaching such a choice point. You could say that the choice is about absolute balance. It is less about choosing to honor either art or science, gardening or architecture, and more about integrating all approaches so that you enhance rather than hinder your life journey. Placing science or architecture above all else kills off the rebellious heart. Steadfastly relying on logic, proof, and complete set of plans to measure and dictate outcomes will suffocate the soul. Basing decisions on limited factors with an imbalanced measure of success is unnecessarily limiting. This approach prevents us from living freely, spontaneously, and with trust so that we can rebel against the need for things to go strictly according to plan. Choose to value decisions based on passion and instinct, and trust in life enough to embrace it as an adventure and let it unfold as it will. There is a time and place for logic, strategy, planning, and measurable outcomes. These are not bad tools to have, but we must be vigilant not to worship them or allow them to quash our less rational but equally valuable decision-making tools, intuitions, feelings, and those things you know without knowing how you know them. The flowing inspirational energy of the heart may have no conceivable basis in logic or reason and still be uncannily accurate. To remain rebellious, we must not sacrifice the art of emotion, instinct, passion, and intuition for the science of logic and strict planning. On the other hand, gardening and art do provide us with a plan, albeit more loosely held. This plan still requires us to set aside time to draw upon reliable methods and to prepare with certain tools. However, there is also a healthy dose of organic flow, responsiveness, and trust in the creative process of bringing something to life. This leads to the cultivation of the most beautiful, abundant, and successful garden and the most vivid healing art. You are being asked to stay open to the intuitive approach in your life, your work, your creativity, as well as your spiritual journey. The intuitive approach can be likened to the method of a gardener or an artist. There is a sense of what might work where and a loose or even a detailed plan, but how the plan is carried out will depend on and respond to the flow of its surroundings. There is no need to control the situation, but rather a desire to nurture an idea to fruition. You may have pressures around you from the world or from your own conditioned nature to do things according to the rules, to a deadline, or to an accepted mainstream view that you need a well thought out plan for success in a commercial adventure. However, sometimes the best plan is to do what feels intuitively truthful in the moment and to trust that you are being led towards your own growth. Adopting this approach means you have to do far less planning and far more living. It is a pure and heart centered way to manifest your art, your life path, and your essence in a practical expression in the world. It involves a willingness to be led by nature instead of trying to control the powerful force of life, which is bit like trying to fit a proverbial ocean in a teacup. It is far more intelligent to allow the ocean to be the ocean and to learn to swim in it rather than trying to cram it into a vessel that is much too small. This oracle brings you a special piece of guidance. You are moving outside of the plan. You are living on the border of what is socially accepted. This is good. This is a fringe dwelling freedom. Others might not see this about you straight away, as you seem pretty normal, and that secret eccentric streak is just waiting to show itself. And maybe you are an out and proud French dweller, completely comfortable with this way of being. Either way, this oracle brings you the message that you now have a chance to live from the heart more deeply and expressively than ever before. It wants you to realize that this is a legitimate, empowered, and creative way to live that honors all of who you are. You can give up forcing or squashing yourself down into a very limited set of so called desirable qualities like intellect and control. If you are yet to relate to this consciously, this oracle brings you the further message that you are going to be breaking with tradition. Perhaps not entirely, but at least in a way that is meaningful to you. This will require you to have courage in your convictions and faith in your heart's truth. This will help you inspire others around you to step out of fear and live more freely and lovingly. You were not necessarily meant to abandon logic and intellect altogether. You were to use them to serve the desires of the heart rather than to replace its naturally spontaneous and truthful nature with controlled planning and narrow strategy. It's time to get a bit wild and let nature take its course. Okay? So, whew, that was a mouthful. That was a mouthful. Mayo, wait to post your question until I get to you. I got to get you on the list. But if I try to go back, just wait to post your question until I'm ready for you, please. Yes, there is a list. Cynthia, you were up next, my dear. Yes, yes, they are. You're so welcome. All right. All right. Cynthia, I've started to feel unsafe in these apartments I'm living in now. Do you see a move soon? Okay. Fan is killing me. All right. Let's get here. Hey, Melissa. No worries, girl. No worries. All right. Let me update this list real quick. Okay. So yeah, Eilish, you're up next after Cynthia. All right. So Cynthia. All right. So first, you know what? First, I want to. You still want me to use these? Okay. Where? Why do I feel so scattered? I feel like my energy is being pulled in a million different directions. Okay. So first, I want to know, why is Cynthia feeling unsafe in her apartments? Why is she feeling unsafe? Interesting. Hmm. Do you feel like you have been having any spiritual activity in your house? Hi, Rishu. So just to let everyone know, however, I'm not sure how many new people we have in the house tonight, but we have a $20 VIP. So the donation link is either in the chat or in the description box, and it's $20. And we will do a full, short-ish spread for you, and this guarantees you a reading. Now, I will pull free one-card pulls after I get done with the VIP, but it will only be those who I am drawn to. So there is no guarantee unless you donate. But you help me, I help you, and make sure that y'all share this video, share the love, guys. All right, so Cynthia, where are you at? There was a bad fight out in the parking lot 2 nights ago. Things have been escalating around here. I feel like it's more of maybe some attachments. Okay. Because on the bottom we do have ghost. Okay. And it says regret on here. Now, this could be an attachment that's affecting your neighbors, and especially if there are arguments, maybe there's behavior that, might be unjust, and therefore guilt, shame, regret is coming up and those kind of things. And it's have you been feeling like there's going to be a shift, or that there's some sort of change coming? Because I kind of feel that there's this change that is coming, right? So we have Dawn and Black Cat, and this says the light after the darkness, fortune meets opportunity. Okay. Now, with that being said, we have the Four of Swords, the Fool reversed, and then the High Priestess. Okay. So with the Four of Swords being here, you might even be thinking about moving to maybe a quieter side of town, or wanting to not be so close to neighbors, maybe a little more privacy where you're not hearing everything all the time. Maybe this is something that you've been thinking about, maybe changing up the scenery, but scared to take that leap, right? And so your intuition is calling to you, and they're bringing these things up around you to kind of push you past that fear of regret. Don't hold back on making an opportunity, making a choice that you may regret later, right? So, and that's exactly what I was feeling. Like, it just feels like the energy is really claustrophobic is what it feels like. But with the owl here, this also represents the intuition, and the dawn does represent that there is a new chapter coming up for you. Now, this is also after a troubling time. Maybe this apartment, for everything that you have been through in the time that you have been there, maybe it has served its purpose, but now it's like moving on to the next phase, right? And so there's magic that is happening, right? The veil is thinning. So you're picking up these intuitive hits about wanting more peace, quiet, privacy, okay? But this is telling you that fortune meets opportunity. So what is it that you want? Like, start looking at things that might seem interesting to you. Kind of look around at school systems, neighborhoods, get into, like the feeling, pay attention to the energetic frequency, like get in the car, go drive around, see what feels good to you, and allow yourself to fully trust your high priestess mode, because you can see beyond the veil. So you're seeing things clearly. It's just the energies of everything around you are starting to cloud your judgment of the messages that you're receiving. So really take a lot of time in clearing your energy, because listen, I was feeling that same way in Charleston, and I can't be there for very long. But now that I've moved out to the country, like, because I learned through experience, I have to go back every couple of months just to get my fill, because I'm not getting that same crazy experience that I did there. So in order for me to keep learning for me and you, I have to keep going back. And it's just one of those things. But I know no matter what, it's always going to be beneficial for me. So the fact that they're asking you or guiding you to move to a more peaceful lifestyle, it's probably time for you to really take that time for quiet. And it's hard to do that, to really do that processing when there's so much chaotic energy around you. Okay. So, all right. So let's do this. If Cynthia moves, what will the outcome be? Especially if she listens to her intuition. Listen, this is why you are being asked to change. You have the Lovers and the Ten of Cups. There's happiness. There's a healthy, stable, passionate relationship, but it's taking action, okay? You got to take action. And yes, it's going to be scary, but take your time with it. Lean into your courage, but happiness is waiting on you, my friend, okay? Love is waiting on you. So really pay attention to what your gut instinct is telling you, because yeah. And so you're feeling this because they're trying to prepare you for it, and you'll know when the time is right to act upon it. Just start getting the foundation work done, start preparing yourself mentally, emotionally, physically. Start decluttering some things, kind of, figuring out what area you want to be in, and like just start making necessary actions. Just go with it, flow with it. Okay. So yeah. Girl, please come to Tennessee. It is like a hop, skip, and a jump. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yes, that's exactly how I was in Charleston too. So no surprise there. All right. So Eilish, you're up next. Then we have Christina G. And Maria is after Christina. All right. You're so welcome, honey. Good luck with everything. All right. What important things does Spirit have in store for me? Let's see. Ooh. Where do we want to go? Okay. Where do we want? What good things are coming? Okay. What I am hearing is, okay, first off, there are certain things around your relationships, friends, family, significant other, whatever, it could even be coworkers. There's a lot changing in your life, okay? But what they want you to work on is being in the mode of receiving, okay? So be in the abundant mindset. I have everything that I need. Everything comes to me naturally, okay? But we have detox your friendships, release resentment about money, sever vows of poverty, and employment change. So there might be, something that's coming up for you that is going to really show you the true colors of who maybe, some office friends, those kind of things. But maybe you have been in a career or in a job that really has not been beneficial to you when it comes to like your heart and your inspiration and your purpose or mission, but it also isn't worth the stress for the amount of money that you make, that kind of thing. So it also feels like one of those things where if there are people in your life that are constantly taking from you but are not giving anything in return, and it's a one-sided friendship, those friendships are going to be tested and probably creating some distance there. Um, but it's also about changing the mindset and trusting the push or pull, okay? Yeah, and it's going to happen at some point, okay? So prepare yourself for that, because not only with the employment change, but there's a lot of resentment um about poverty and money here, okay? So just understand that whatever you put in, you should be getting in return, okay? And hey, Carrie, the reason they're asking you to change is because you are meant to take things to a different level. You were meant for more. There is a better opportunity for you, and something that's really going to support your ambitions more, okay? So really work on having that abundance mindset, really focus on what it is that you want to create, what you want to manifest, and be in the mode of receiving, and know that you are worthy of receiving whatever it is that comes your way. Okay. So let's pull some of these. Okay. Well, listen, whether it doesn't mean that it's your friends, like I'm saying, it can be anybody in your life. All right. I'm going to read the card. You take however it resonates. Your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So even if this is about work, like I said, it could be work colleagues. All right. And maybe this is why they're asking you to change. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. So if you are not getting that from your work colleagues, you're not getting that from your boss, you're not getting from the environment, then this is what they're talking about. But most of this is about money and employment, okay? So just put the energy where it resonates. Yeah. And but that's what I'm saying. Maybe they're giving you okay, so okay, just take a deep breath. Okay, even if you have been off work a long time, is that job fulfilling enough that you were excited to go back when all this is over? You see what I'm saying? You have probably already been feeling that like their change is going to be made, or you need to start thinking about other options, whatever the case may be. Allow yourself to make the necessary changes if you are not fulfilled here. Okay, if you are not receiving the support, if you're not receiving the financial backing, if you are not receiving the opportunity for growth that you want, this is what's being challenged within your career. Okay, whether you have been there or not, If you do not want to go back, or you're not excited to go back and there might be an opportunity for you, that's what they're pushing you towards. Okay. I do. Absolutely. Absolutely. But I believe that God comes in many different forms. I believe God is in everything. God is in you and me, in everything in creation. Yeah. God is the ultimate creator. I feel like a lot of people have a lot of different names for it, but it's one universal consciousness that just is so much love. It's pure love. So, all right. So, what do we have for eyelash? What is going on? Everyone has their belief system. It doesn't bother me. I know what I do. I know my truth. And, you know, people, especially around organized religion, love to breed fear. Love to breed fear. My creator would not have given me this gift, would not have led me down this path if it was not of his doing. I would not have learned to be loving, compassionate, serving, and like selfless in so many ways to overcome my ego, my pride, and all my pain because he never gave up on me. I never really resonated with organized religion because they were super judgmental or they were hypocritical or whatever the case may be. I had a hard time with it because what they preached was not how they acted. So I chose my own belief system. I followed my own faith, and either way, it led me to home. So I don't care if someone goes to church. If that's how you connect to God, then I'm happy for you. But I don't think anyone should judge on how they connect to source. Because of the unconditional love that I have felt and the things that have happened to me in my life. I have held and been in that space. But who's to say that your way or your beliefs are any better than mine or that they're any different? You see what I'm saying? Like, what? Because, and you know, I'm not going to get into this conversation right now because it's taking my energy completely away. But you believe what you want to believe. And if you want to pray for me, baby. But I pray for each and every one of you every single day. So anyway, Eilish, don't live with regrets. Don't look back on these moments of change and hold yourself back for any reason and go where you're being guided. Because there's only this moment. There is nothing you can do about the past or the future. All of your power is right here, right now. And what are they asking you to do? Follow your heart. Choose love. Choose abundance. Choose yourself. Everything is happening for you. Is there anything else? I see a lot of windows of opportunity, and there might be some bridges that are going to be burned in this process as well. But ultimately, it's going to be, it's just going to be a different path for you than what you've tried to take before. So where all things pause and begin again. So since you've been in this pause of, you know, being at home and not at work. Like, things are going to begin again, but they don't want you to go into a situation that you are going to feel stuck or resentful in. Okay. So, maybe it's time to ask. Okay. Yeah, thank you. I don't understand why, how do you think you even got here? Right? Like, why are you on my channel if that's your belief system? You don't have to watch my shit. No one asked you to come join this chat, but I'm not here to get in arguments about God, because personally, I'm not here to judge or condemn anybody. That's not my job. I am not the judgment call. I'm not the judgment maker. I am not here for that. So, but if you want to go take God's job, by all means, let me know how that works out for you. But Eilish, I feel like this is just one of those times where, you have this time, like, really focus on what it is that you are being called to do. Ask for guidance, pray about it, ask for clear direction. And when those opportunities arise, don't be afraid and jump on it. Okay. So, you're so welcome, Thomas. So anyway, Christina G, what's up, baby? What can I do for you? Oh, I would love to know, like, okay, so tarot is the devil, but does it make it any different when I don't use the cards? Some people like me to use the cards, but then other people get even more freaked out when I just start straight channeling. Well, I mean, God obviously gave me these abilities. Mm-mm. Okay, Brittany, I'll check it. All right. No. Oh, girl, yeah, listen. It the energy's definitely been different today. Um, but honestly, like, it's been over the last week and a half, there has been a mass shift with the divine feminine energy. Um, and there's a lot happening around the heart chakra. Okay. And it's like one of those things where, okay, Brittany, I'm only seeing a $5 donation. It's a $20 VIP. I think, are you talking about a pendulum question? Because I know that it's $5 for 2 questions on the pendulum, but I'm not doing that tonight. I've already packed it. So I don't even have my pendulum out. But I can pull you a couple cards or whatever, if that's all you have tonight. All right, so let me get back to this. Christina G, what is coming up for this summer? What is happening? Okay, so we have the Four of Swords as well, but they want me to pull one of these. What is coming up this summer for Christina G? Okay. So, in the world, not of the world. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So I feel, Christina, that this is going to be a time of contemplation. It, I feel like there's someone in particular to, um, are they supposed to be reversed? Okay. Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay. So listen, I feel like there is someone in particular that you have been either sidetracked by, or, maybe a situation that seems really intense. Crap. Okay, there we go. It might seem like really intense, almost like a euphoric feeling. And this could have been someone that maybe offered you like to go out on a date, or some sort of love offer that just kind of like abruptly changed, and some sort of uh I feel like some sort of truth came out about this situation, which I want to do more, but it kind of left you in this uh it's weird because we have the 5 of swords and the 5 of cups with, yeah, so I feel like this person promised a lot, or had like a a good front. They played it off very well. But in reality, like, it's just making you kind of want to withdraw in order to really look at the habits and patterns, and really assess the walls that you have put up, so that you can come into more of a state of like truly embracing your independence and who you are as a woman. Okay. So that's going to be taking place this summer. Have fun. um so in the world, not of the world, it is safe for you to become naked with life. This doesn't necessarily mean stripping off and running wild in the public. It doesn't mean stripping back your belief, strongholds, and mental or emotional security blankets so that you can live with less obstruction than ever before. Imagine the conditionings that have kept life away from you, just kept it dropping out of your hands like keys, coins, or clocks. Conditioned beliefs about money, time, security, having, locking away, holding, and controlling can be surrendered and allowed to fall away. What would it be like to feel as though you were on holiday every day? On holiday every day. Okay, living your best life. Let me get back to where. That's not even the one I was on. What are we on? 30. How did I get to that? Whoa, I'm not even on the same page. Okay. So perhaps there would be a softening in your way with life, an implicit trust in it flows, an implicit trust in its flow, and a faith in the ability of time to bend and stretch as needed so that all may be accomplished. It is an advanced stage of our spiritual relationship with life that we are able to feel held within it sufficiently enough to surrender our defenses layer by layer and to nakedly accept what is. This oracle comes as a message to you. Sometimes we need our defenses. At other times, it's clear we are outgrowing them. Your defenses. Okay. It has to do with your ideas about productivity, time, control, and money. It has to do with abundance, trust, and living with fundamental belief that everything is going to turn out okay. You are ready to be much more vulnerable and exposed in life. You don't have to hide behind being organized, perfect, in control, or financially secure and stable, nor do you need any other acceptable social phase. It is time for you to loosen the strings of your own controlling nature. They are too tight and too restrictive for you anyway. You were born to live in a much freer way. When you live as you innately are, rather than how you have been conditioned to be, you will experience greater joy, freedom, and support. When you are not resisting yourself or resisting life, there is less resisting what you need as it comes to you. If you have also drawn blah, blah, blah. So yeah, they're telling you you are being stripped of internal beliefs that are failing you, perhaps externally as well. Whether this seems to be your choice or not, make no mistake, it is your own spirit in cahoots with the loving spirit of life that has brought this situation about. So you are being guided to trust. If you have also done that, but yeah. Let's see. Is there anything else that's sticking out to me? Remain open to healing connections and to allow people to be close to you. Trust in the process that draws people in and out of your life. Resist nothing and seek wisdom in all. Okay. So, yes. Oh, thank you, Gina. Thank you, Jess. So I hope that helps, Christina G. Yeah, but that's quite a bit. That's quite a bit to go through in a summer. So Maria is up next. All right, and Jess, I got you on the list. Maria, whenever